Log in to gyroscopeme.com, the hottest online radio station in the world. GS Radio all day, all night, worldwide. Powered by Gyroscope Media Group, LLC.
GS Radio, the best internet radio station worldwide. Providing the best in music and talk shows. Go to www.gsradionj.com and check out the best internet station in the world. You're listening to GS Radio Internet Radio Station powered by GMG LLC.
In the beginning there was Jack, and Jack had a groove. And after a while, a deep sleep fell upon him, and he went looking for a new groove. He began looking for a new nation, and it had to be a soulful nation. And he found it, and it was Soulful House Nation. And he saw a building. It was a tall building. It had 10 stories, and he entered the building and got on the elevator and pushed the 10th floor, but it stopped on the 8th floor. And that's where he found his new groove. And he began to jack and jack and jack and jack. And he knew that this was it. It was Soulful House Nation on the 8th floor. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dan, coming to you live from the 8th floor. I am the unusual suspect. I am traveling. Well, I shouldn't say traveling. I just finished one appointment and I'm just heading here. And so right now I'm coming to you from the car. And once and then we're going to have a great show today. So last week we had a great show. Why don't you go back and check that out, DJ Tamir. And then too, this week, we're going to play the hottest song according to Track Source. But as you know, we're only play a little bit, a snippet of it, because Facebook is nasty going to have it of shutting us down and muting us out. Then we're going to talk to you about what's up and coming, a few events and things that are coming, stuff. And then after that, we're going to play our old school song of the week, and then our special guest is going to be, are you ready for this? Shiwanda Thomas. Shiwanda Faye Thomas, part of Team Thomas. So this is going to be like that. So Chuck, why don't you do this? Why don't you play the #1 song according to Track Source? This week is Ben West Beach and Ra, R-A-H-H, and Glitterbox. And the track is called Times Are Changing. So, of course, we only play a little snippet. Chuck, you play a little bit, and then I'm going to come on inside there. All right? Here we go.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They took our freedom, ain't no place for us to go. In a time where we were feeling so low, stormy weather paint a picture of my soul. But don't you worry now, 'cause times are changing. 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 Never let me keep me free in my soul. Even when I don't know what the future holds. I'm in a place where I don't wanna let go. Let go. Don't you worry now, 'cause times are changing. Times are changing. Yeah, yeah. Changing. Times are changing. Changing. Oh, oh, oh. I made it. Keep running next to me. We made it. Living in ecstasy. These changes won't get the best of me. Not now that I believe. Not now that I believe. Times are changing. Times are changing. Don't you feel the pleasure raining over you and me? If we're together, then there's nothing we can be. Just let the feeling lead and let yourself be free. Don't you worry now, 'cause times are changing. Times are changing. Times are changing, baby. Times are changing. When you need someone, when you meet somebody, you gotta hold on. But don't you worry, those days are gone. You gotta believe now. Times are changing. When you need someone, when you need somebody, you gotta hold on. But don't you worry, those days are gone. You gotta believe now. Times are changing.
How about that? Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Dan, Soulful House Nation, coming to you live from the 8th floor. Hey, listen, that was a new track, Ben West Beach and Ra, Glitterbox, Times Are Changing. Now, that's the number one song in Track Source this week. I'm going to give you a few little updates. But first, I always like to acknowledge Chuck Roberts, who did our vocal drop, and also to King T Finesse and Ariel Shante, who did our theme song. Next thing I just want to share with you is that you can find us on Facebook, of course. We're on YouTube. We're on the website. We're on Vimeo. And a whole bunch of other places. And also, too, we're now on Spotify and a whole bunch of other places. I want to thank all the people who watch and listen to the show. We're getting thousands of views every week, live views, and that's really, really good. Thank you so much. Some things that are coming. Today, I just want to tell you about Adomni and Killer Green Beach. They got a lot of stuff coming out of that Florida area. Matter of fact, we're going to feature Killer Green Beach as our Song of the Week. Also, too, this week you got some events happening. You have Sean Lover that's happening, and he's going to be at Cafe Z this Friday, so that's going to be a good look here. Also, too, this Friday also, as a matter of fact, every Friday you have Cool Lou. Many of you remember him from the for the mixtapes at White Castle. And he's going to be at Bravo's in EO. So that this Friday, there's plenty to do. So probably the best way to do it, leave one place and go to the next and hang out so you can have a whole good night. This week, as you know, is Women's Month. A very, very tragic incident happened this week, as you know. We lost Angie Stone. And I got to tell you something. You know, you just never know what could happen. I mean, there's no way. I mean, little did we know, she knew. Little did we know that she knew, her family knew that when they saw her perform or leave to go to perform, or when she performed that night, that's when the Lord would call her home. So nothing really, really should be taken for granted. And you've got to live each day as if it's your last day, because one day it will be your last day. Sometimes you can see it coming, but sometimes you can't. So either way, you got to be prepared. Just want to share something else to you on a happier note. Yesterday I did an interview with a wellness coach, and her name is Imani, and I did a pretty long conversation with her, but it was really important. And what we talked about is health after 50. So I know most of you out there, you know, you guys are mid to late 20s like me, but, you know, maybe you can pass this on to your friends that are 50 plus. Gave a lot of good information. As a matter of fact, what we're going to do too, it went so well in the conversation, we're going to post it. But also too, what we're going to do is we're going to do something called, because it's Women's Month, Women Over 50. And she's going to give some wellness tips, and she's going to answer some wellness questions. So watch for that very, very shortly. Also, I had a very good conversation with a gentleman of mine named DJ Skates. Now, let me tell you what. So DJ Skates and I had this conversation, and the way I got connected to him was he had a connection with King T Finesse. King T Finesse is the person who did my theme song. He did it along with Ariel Shante. Now, in the course of that conversation, you know, I was explaining to him, you know, I do the Shazam Free Zone, and the whole purpose of that is to play brand new music, just released, and sometimes it's not even released publicly, and I play that music. And the purpose of it is to turn you on to new stuff, expose the artists, and just have you come to us when you want to hear the new stuff. Now, if you want to hear the usual stuff, which is good, the hits and the familiar, you got to go to the local events because that's what they're going to play. I'm not saying they don't ever play any stuff that you don't know. And I'm also suggesting to you that although these DJs may play familiar most of the time, and I say all the time, most of the time, it's not like they don't have deep music pockets where they can go a lot deeper. It's just that those seem to be the tracks that you want to hear and you respond to. So what I'm doing, I'm playing the tracks that maybe you haven't heard yet in the Shazam Free Zone. So as I was talking with this gentleman, DJ Skates, he mentioned something to me. He mentioned to me a suggestion. I said, you know what? It's a great idea. And we're going to look to do that. Coming soon, we're going to make some announcements. What we're going to look to do, and I'm going to start putting up some posts, we're looking for artists with brand new music. And what we're going to do when we do that show, what we're going to do ultimately is we're going to have the artist, we'll show a little video or something like that, and then what we'll have the artist do, talk a little bit about the song, a little bit about the artist, be a quick thing, and then we're going to play the track. We'll play 3 to 4 minutes of the track. As I'm talking with him, you know, I said to myself, he brings up a very good point about doing that. But, if we're the show, when I do the Shazam Free Zone, if we're going to be introducing new music, then I think it would be pretty interesting if not only could we introduce the music, but could introduce the artist too. Now, there's one other point that conversation I had with him as we began talking. They started a new company. So you heard of Bad Boy. Well, they're Good Boy, Good Boy Records. And it's he and King T Finesse. And I spoke with DJ Skates. And what they will do is they'll help you put your track together. They'll master it and everything for a very, very reasonable price. And we'll talk about that a little later. But these are some things that you should be aware of. And like I say, when we do the Shazam Free Zone, we're playing new music. We only play it and we say it. And we're looking to break new music. That's the whole point of that segment. It's to break new music. So let's do this. Let's get started with the show. Sit back, relax. This is a great, great interview. This is Shiwanda Thomas, Team Thomas, the part of the Guy Flash and her are a couple, and they do a lot of stuff, and we're going to talk about that. So, Chuck, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, I am DJ Dan Soulful House Nation, coming to you live from the 8th floor. I am the unusual suspect. We are here, the Soulful House Nation show. And I got to tell you, I'm super excited. As you know, this is Women's History Month. And in our community, which is the house music community, we are making history. And I said, what's the best way we could lead this off? And I said, let's talk to somebody who's making it happen. And your name came up. That was my thought. That popped into my head. So, I asked Marcus to read out to you. And thank you so much for coming on this show and leading this off.
I'm truly honored. Thank you.
Yeah, so let's start off with the easy stuff. Tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, background, that kind of stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Originally, I was born in Alabama.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Know that.
And I was raised in Elizabeth, New Jersey. All my life. I'm one of three siblings, 4 children. I lost 2 of my sisters and my mom and my dad. So I don't take life for granted. Okay. I love on people that love on me. I don't like drama,
Wow, fantastic. Now, how about this? Let's talk about some of your early music influences who made an impression. I mean, it could be, close people to you, personal, and or maybe, in the commercial arena, etc. So,
I love me some Beyonce.
Okay, now. All right.
Patti LaBelle is one of my big influences. Gladys Knight. I was born in 1970, so I love those type of people.
Oh, yeah. Now, how about this? Now, here's the $64,000 question. Now, okay, so you started pre-house. When you mentioned Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, like that. Now, how did you get into house music?
I got into house music after my first divorce. I just was looking for something to do, and I love music. I was raised on music. My mom used to play music while we cleaned when we were younger, and we would be singing and stuff like that. So I started going out to the house music events and meeting a lot of people, and I would go out and take pictures of the events and videotape, and I just got in touch with a lot of big promoters and supporting some of the DJs with their events, and I just started loving it. And the people was they were good to me, some of them.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, it's interesting because I think we all have our way that we got into house music, and And like I said, I used to be embarrassed to say it, but I'm not embarrassed anymore. And I'm just saying it, I think last week or whatever. And, when I first heard the term house music, because, we were playing what we call club music. And then when I heard the term house music, like I said, I used to be embarrassed, but I'm not embarrassed anymore. I thought that was music you played in the house. I was not making a connection to, to this, and it's interesting. So, but mine kind of was like a natural journey
Hmm.
from club music. So it's interesting always to hear how people got involved, and it's interesting how you got involved with it.
When I first started hearing, it was club music back in like 1983.
Gotcha.
And when I first got introduced to house music from a veteran of Elizabeth, his name is DJ Bam Bottom.
Okay.
And he used to date my sister, and he introduced me to club music back then.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. And
Mhm.
it just made me feel good down in my soul. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I
Oh
was
yeah.
loving it. And then I just always had some CDs and things like that, but I never really went out and was on the house music scene. I never went to none of the big, the Zanzibar and all those clubs that everybody else is running to. I was a homebody, and I, was married young and had a daughter that I raised 35 years old. So I was home taking care of business and working for a Fortune 500 company. And
Of course.
I just kept listening to my good club music in the car while I'm driving, or at home while I'm cleaning and things like that. But yes, I was introduced to club music when I was young. And I stayed with it. And every time I saw a friend or one of my DJ friends that made tapes or CDs, I would purchase one from them so I can stay abreast and on top of the music. Now, I started going out to house music to keep busy when after my divorce, and it would just kept me busy. And I started loving it. I started liking it, being out on the scene. The people, most of them treated me kind, and then I was at like every event. Like I see some of the people that go out to house music parties. I was on the scene like that. I was like at every event.
Yes.
And then I just started, taking pictures, making memories, and some of me and the DJs and I, became really good friends, and they would invite me out to some of the events and things like that. And I would go out and just take pictures and have fun and meet new people. Every time I went out, I met new people.
Yeah.
Like, this is nice, and that's how I got out in the house music. I want to say roughly about, let me just see, maybe in 2016.
Okay.
Started really getting out in the house music world, in the New Jersey area, following the crowd and going out and being at the events and showing up and meeting different DJs and promoters, and I just started loving it.
Yeah.
And then I met my husband, and we started dating October 2021.
Okay.
And we started dating late October 2021, and we married in February 2022.
Fantastic.
4 months later, roughly 4 months later.
My mother used to tell the story. She met my dad, and she said that he was thinking he was taking her to the movie, and so he said, well, and she said, get married. And that was it. 6 weeks later, that was it. And they were married until both of them passed away, 40-something years. So
that's
anyway, yeah, when it's right, it clicks,
But listen, after my first marriage, and I said, I'm never getting married again. I'm not.
Okay.
Marriage is so overrated. You know, you giving your heart to someone and they just, you know, abusing you and mistreating you and not treating you right. I said, I wish I would. So, I divorced my first husband in 2013, and then I stayed by myself for a good while and got into another relationship. And I was like, oh God, I'm not doing this. I straight left him while he was at work.
Okay.
And then I stayed by myself again. And then, you know, here comes, you know, old DJ Flash. You know? And I would see him out on the house music scene. And guess what? We went to high school together and we didn't even know it. We didn't even
Is that right?
We didn't even know each other before I started seeing him out on the house music scene. But he was with someone, and I respect that. I don't, you know. And then like it was just funny how it just all happened. One day he was like, "Yo, my girlfriend don't like you." I was like, "What?" I don't even know her. Like, why would she not like me? He's like, because you're pretty and stuff, and she thinks I like you and stuff like that. So we just chit chatted after he broke up with the girlfriend, and one thing led to another. It was like this man treats me the way I want to be treated, and I'm treating him. I treat Guy well. I treat DJ Flash well, and I was just like, we just, everything was just, it just blended so well. You know, I was like so in love, and I'm like, wow, this guy really treats me the way I want to be treated. And I didn't have to tell him anything. He just was just like automatic. I'll never forget. I had surgery, and Flash had picked me up from the hospital. He picked me up from the hospital the day I had same day surgery, brought me home. And I was like, oh, I gotta call my daughter. I need her to do a few things for me. And he's like, what you need? So he went to the store and got all his stuff. And and he never, like, he had his own place. He had his own place. He just never went home and never never left. I know. Next thing I know, I got bags in my living room, like, you know. And we stayed back and forth from my place to his place in the very beginning, and then he gave up his apartment and moved on with me, and we've been together ever since. And we agreed, like, yo, I'm in love. I love you so much, you know. And he treated me so well, and he still treats me well. He respects me, and he treats me like I deserve to be treated.
Right.
So and you know, vice versa. You know, I treat him well too. He knows it. You know, what he could do for me, I could do for him. And then we became like, he brought me into Doche, and we became partners after that. Best friends. And probably said, I want you to be a part of House Music Wednesday. I want you first. I came out. I'll never forget. It was like the Thanksgiving party he had. I forget, the Kimora Lovelace had came out. And so he said, you're gonna come out. We're gonna have Kimora Lovelace. Momo from Momo TV came. Jackie Stokes. A lot of them came, and DJ Chillax and Anthony Wiggins was always ready a part of it. And then he brought me, and he said, I want you to take pictures of the event and greet the people that come in the door. He said, that's what I want. I want to make that type of environment at House Music Wednesday. And he said, plus you went to school in House Music. A lot of our school friends go. I said, oh, they don't like me. He was like, girl, you got the personality, and you're very charming, and people are gonna like you if they don't. So I started doing that for that was in November. Then I started doing it every time I came out. I just started taking pictures of everybody and greeting everybody. And then one day I finally met the owner of Doche. Like, oh, you the new one, huh?
Okay.
So got a smart ass mouth, the owner, you know. And he went back and told Guy, he said, you know, I really like her. You on to something. I really like her. She's you know, she's a gem. And then one day he's like, I love you. I don't like the one that he was with before you. And then it turned out to become a beautiful relationship between me and the owner. And then I just was just hanging in there with Guy every day. And then, Flash is the creator of House Music Wednesday. I don't take that from him. Everybody thinks it's because of me that Flash blew up or exploded. No, not at all. Flash started doing.
Well, you know what? I wanna go in deep in that, and yeah, because you know what, you said a lot of you dropped a lot of gems along the line.
Yes.
I wanna like flesh it out. So I just want to ask you a few more questions, but I want to put that right in this, and you want to see how.
We're gonna hold right there then, because I need to get this out so that the public knows, and people that think I'm the one that made Guy blow up. No, that's not true. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna come right back to that.
Absolutely.
So you can ask me as many questions as you
want. Yeah. So now,
I just want to get that out there.
I know. Listen. Absolutely. All right. Because I got a thing here where we're going to talk about Dolce. All right. So
I saw that question.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you this. So when can our love begin was probably a perfect song for the next to think about.
She sung the hell out of that song. Gamora Lovelace. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
She ripped it. I think I still have videos from when she came out and she sung. She really awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you look,
yes,
you still were kind of like in the beginnings of your relationship.
Yes.
So when can our love begin? Is really a perfect question and a perfect song. So if you think about it. So obviously you like that song. But how about some of the classics you like, or maybe some of today's music? What's
You know what though? I'm gonna be honest. I like all genres of music. I used to listen to light rock, FM. Is that light? I used to listen to that. R&B, hip hop. My era of hip hop I love. Today's hip hop I really don't care for. But yeah. I love all types of music, but house music comes first.
Okay. All right.
And Flash knows that. If you want to make me feel good, give me some classic, let's say gospel house.
Okay. Interesting.
And I'm in that field. I love house music in general. I love the music some of these producers are making now. And Guy gets so much music, and he'll take time to play some of it, and he'll have me as a stunt dummy. You like it or not? How that sound, babe? And I'll be like, I'm feeling it. Or I'll be like, put that in your set. Introduce that to some of our Dolce people.
Yeah. Well, too, like. When you're playing and you're DJing and like him, I get literally hundreds and hundreds of tracks every month, and I will tell and I will tell like somebody who is trying to make music and let's pretend you're not going to live forever, all right? You can't listen to all that music, but at the same time, so whoever's making that track. They got to get your attention right away. If they don't get your attention right away, we can't wait.
Copy that. And that's what Flash. I was like, nah, nope, I don't like that. Nope, put that one in set though. That's hot. Like as soon as it play, because God be like, oh, it just don't grab me right away. I said, you're right. It just so that's how we come about with the new music that he gets. We'll sit and like on a Friday night when we just in chill mode, like play some music while you cook dinner or while you're doing something. And I want to know, what you feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll get upset if I'm not paying attention.
Right.
Did you hear what I just played? Yeah, that's all right. That's why I ain't jump around and dance for you,
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah, he gets a lot of music, and some of these producers are awesome. So,
Yeah.
like, I can name a few. Some of them are just they putting it out there. They putting in the work.
Right.
I love Corey. Let me just see here.
Corey Holmes.
Corey Holmes.
And you know what? I
People sleeping on him.
I just going to say the same thing. I just going to say
on him.
You know, the last time I saw him, he said he was looking for singers, and I said, "Can I audition?" I said,
"It's such a nut."
I'm the king of the shower singers.
Me too. I like Conway Casey.
Oh yeah, uh-huh.
I like him. Of course, Mark Francis is Sheena Black.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We got DJ Beloved producer stuff. I listen to stuff that guy gets, and I'm like, okay, that's how I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Too, and a lot of people too don't realize. Well, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But now, how about this? Now, you've been really into house music from the door, and you're a real big part of the community. Mm-hmm. So, from your perspective, where do you see house music headed?
Well, I'm going to say this. Mm-hmm. It's getting bigger. It's growing. I'm seeing new faces when I get out there. People love house music, but I feel like if you're not in a clique or you're not in this group or that group, you may feel like some people feel uncomfortable, like they don't feel the love. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when we have people come out to Doche, I make them feel loved. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Not hating on this one, hating on that one. I'll be 55 years old in May. I don't have time for the hate and drama. I want to love on people while I'm here, and I want people to love on me too. Mm-hmm. Like, and I'm not a hater. I love on everybody that walked through the door of Doche. Mm-hmm. And I just my perspective on it. It just my perspective on it is just like to me, it's not warm and friendly. And it depends on like whose event it is or where you're going, and they got this group of people, these cliquey people. So it just, I don't know. I don't know where it's going. It is growing as far as more and more people coming out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let me this just popped into my head, and I'm just wondering what your thoughts are. So, but I need to tell you about my friend when we were growing up. I'm gonna call him Billy Bob. So, name to change just to protect the innocent.
Right.
And we used to do basement parties. See, I know you don't know nothing about that, Anyway,
I was the Goody Two Shoe.
Okay, well, we had that.
And I didn't go to the little house party. My sisters went, they themselves, but I wasn't going. I would stay home, do my homework.
Yeah.
Do stuff like that, read a book, learn how to cook. My mom had me in the kitchen, and I did a lot of things when my mother was living, and when I was younger, she taught me how to be a woman. She taught me how to keep a house clean and cook and all that good stuff. Like I was always home. I was a homebody. Yeah. I never went to the basement parties and stuff like that.
Yeah, we used to do a lot of parties. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna call my friend Billy Bob, because he was one of the ones that did the parties with me. Mm-hmm. And we'd have a lot of women would come out, and that was really one of the major reasons we were doing that anyway. Mm-hmm. And and by the way, I'm going somewhere with this. And now, my friend Billy Bob had more dates than anybody else. All right. But let me tell you what. He had, like, you talking about a personality that could withstand rejection? Oh, this guy his level of ability to withstand rejection was unbelievable. You want to dance? No. 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 You want to dance? Yes. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Go back. You want to dance? No. You want to dance? No. You want to dance? No. And you know, just along the lines of the click thing, it's like I think most people are kind of afraid to venture out to meet new people. And so like with this business with doing the interviews, I approach a lot of people, and everybody doesn't say yes, and a lot of people say yes, and then after that you can't reach them by land, sea, or air, and then that's some of the stuff that goes behind the scenes. But the point is that most people are afraid to approach other people. And even if they would welcome in that, and then they have clicks, things of that nature, and most people are afraid to approach that 4 or 5 people that are together. So one of the things you said earlier, which I like that you're doing, and I think contributes to that family atmosphere, is that you approach them and you make them feel welcome.
Yes, and house music Wednesday is growing in house music because it's a loving, welcoming night. When people come out, we make them feel welcome and loved. Like I've been out to places, and I feel like, everybody want a good experience when they go somewhere.
Right.
That's everyone. You want to have good experience. You want to have good food, listen to good music, and you want to be around good people. So our people at Dolce, they even welcome the new faces, like our people, our regulars that come out and support us. Like we let them go on the patio. The people out there, they're gonna make you feel comfortable. You've seen it in Dolce.
Yeah.
And it's House Music Wednesday is successful, and because the music is dope, and it's a no judgment zone. We don't judge. We let people pop their fans, play their bongos, whatever they bring. They can sing, dance, spit around on for hell. If they want to lick the floor, go ahead and lick the floor. If you want to, you throw your baby powder down and start dancing. If you want to line dance, we don't judge. Go ahead. It's freedom of spirit. It's like, how dare someone label house music what they feel it should be or what it used to be? Things have changed.
Right.
People want to do what they want to do. When they go out and have a good time. And that's why they keep coming back, because we make them feel welcomed and loved. We don't say, oh, break that up. No line dancing on the floor. Don't do this. Don't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. Like, go somewhere and sit in the corner, please, people. Like, stop judging people. When you was an addict, did you want people judging you?
Okay, now. Okay, now.
You know what I'm saying? Stop judging people and stop labeling what house music should be. House music is a freedom of spirit. Come out, people dance, they love. If they want to dance and just jump around in one place, let these people do what they want to do.
Right.
It's a gentleman, it's a guy now. He's been coming for about 4 weeks in a row. And I've been watching him. I see the face and get familiar with him, come take a picture and stuff like that. He dances in one place, like one step, two step, one step, two, like all night. Like, but he don't stay on the floor all night. But nobody's judging him.
Right.
Music Wednesday is dope. I don't care what nobody else say. It's not that underground feeling. It's not. It's not that I hear them saying, "Oh, we don't do that over here. Cut that out. You don't come here. Why are you playing those drums or the bongos and all that stuff that they be tapping around?" We let people do whatever they want to do. We don't give a damn. And guess what? Our people join in with them. Let me see that. I'm gonna do that too. Oh, teach me how to do a fan. That's the environment we have, and that's why it's successful. And that's why the owner is happy. They come in, they buy food, they sit down, they love on everybody. You don't never see nobody bumping into anybody, and then a fight breaks out. Everybody is loving. That's the environment we created for House Music Wednesday. I don't know about the other nights, but I know what we do on House Music Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
And it has become a growing and successful event
Mm-hmm.
for 4 years come June.
Right.
4 years.
Wow.
Non-stop. I've been going with Guy. I think I might have been sick 1 or 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
Stay home, but I'm there every night like it's a part-time job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I go from my early morning job, I go to that, and I love it. And we have other things going on as well at House Music Wednesday.
Now, you and your husband are a power couple. Now, you don't have to say it. I'll say it. How about that?
Thank you.
You can be humble all you want, but I don't have to be humble. I'm going to tell you like a TI is.
Thank you.
Now, here's a 2-part question. You know, how did this come about, and how much is business versus fun, and what people don't really see, say, behind the scenes, and making and giving people this experience every week?
Well, first of all, I want to say, besides being a mother and a wife,
you got 10 jobs.
Yeah, a event planner, a promoter. Besides being all of those things, I'm my husband's manager. So that gets very interesting.
Okay.
I love my husband, and he is so dope. He is the mind behind us being successful.
Gotcha.
My husband created what we're gonna do this Wednesday, what we're gonna do next Wednesday. He creates that. He makes the flights and gives me those to promote. So he does a lot of stuff on his own. Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think that it's me, but it's my husband that be like, babe, you know what? I sleep good at night though.
Okay.
Even if we have a disagreement, or if we having a confrontation about something that has to do with our business nights, we still like he's my manager. I mean, I'm his manager. He's my husband, so it's gonna be conflict at times. And boy, we get it in. Yes, we do. We're not perfect. We argue like cats and dogs about some things that when we have a disagreement, but and it's still a good. So we like, if we have an argument before we go inside the dojo, he be like, "Babe, you know what?" I say, "I'm good," and we'll give each other kisses. All right, let's have a good night. Like sometimes we'll be pulling up at Doche, arguing in the car. I'm about to knock his head off. He cursing at me. I'm screaming at him. And then when we pull up in that parking lot, Doche, we put on our happy face. We give each other a kiss, and we'll go on inside and do what we got to do, and take care of our business. That's whatever is going on. We know how to put a pause in it, and then we're gonna talk about this later.
Right.
We're a married couple. That's what couples do. And then do we sleep good at night? And it's never an argument about what happened at Doche. That's the good thing. You know, when we leave Doche and we get in the car together, we be laughing and smiling about how a good night we had. You know, at Doche. And it's just turned out into something fabulous, and I'm like loving it, and it's growing and growing and growing, and we still maintaining, and we coming up with some good ideas. We got my 55th birthday party coming up in May. The Jason Flash's party coming up in April. They're both usually successful nights, and people will come out for us.
Now you're you hinted at it earlier, but I'm gonna come out and say you're a podcaster, a promoter, a manager, a mother, a wife, and you're probably a notary public too. Anyway, oh, really?
Yes, I used to be a notary public. Yes.
How do you jam all that into one life?
Lord have mercy, Dan. I'm just gonna say this. I try to make time for my daughter and grandkids. Well, my grandkids most of all. My daughter, she can care less. But I try to do things with the kids whenever I can. and it's hard, you know, because I'm not only my husband's manager. I work, you know, I work from 5 a.m. to 1:30 p.m.
Oh,
daily.
wow. Okay.
So it's just it's busy. You know, it's busy. You
Right,
know, a
right.
lot of times he has to remind me, hey, what day, you know, I try to keep his calendar open, keep it booked, schedule
Mm-hmm.
events, getting with another promoter or DJ to see if they come out and things like that. It's busy, and even to uh, reserving tables for people
Mm.
on our
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday night when we have a big crowd. You know, I have
Mm-hmm.
to keep track of that and remind Guy when he goes set up, like, make sure you set this up, make sure you do this.
Mm-hmm.
But it has become easy, but
Mm-hmm.
my husband really makes it easy for me.
Oh, okay.
Um, so it's just not, it's us. It's not
Mm-hmm.
mine or his. Even though I'm his manager, like a lot of times, God be like, I already did that because I'm tired of talking to you about it. So I already booked this, I already did that. I called him for you because I know you're tired, you want to sleep. So he, you know, he helps me be
Mm.
a manager as well. And
Gotcha.
he knows that I'm tired. I'm coming home. I'm gonna cook a meal for us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm take a hot bath. I want to get a quick nap, you know. So he'll be
Mm-hmm.
like, "Why you was sleeping? I did it already." Like,
Okay. Yeah, so that's all right. So you got, and see, like I say, that's some of the business people don't see
mhm.
behind the scenes. You keeping track of this, you're making sure this is going, all that
And
stuff
like,
like
and it
that.
be,
Uh-huh.
and you know, you get stuff that really means stuff to people that's attending your event. And they'll be like, "Oh, my flyer not, it's blurry. Could you redo it?" I'm like, "Oh God, for real? You being that
Oh.
petty? Oh, nobody could see the flyer. Oh, you gotta change the date. Put the wrong date on there. You know, like, you know,
Yeah.
and you know, these are things that mean things to people that's having their event at your establishment.
Right,
And you
right,
have
right,
to, you know, you want them to have a good experience all the way around. So I'm like,
right.
okay, I have Guy, you know, Flash. I call him Guy. Y'all call him Flash. I
Okay.
call my husband Guy. So I'm just not used to calling him Flash. Even on the business, when we're out there, I'm like, oh, if I listen, believe
Mm-hmm.
me, even though everybody else calls him Flash,
Mm-hmm.
if we're out and about and I'll say, like, even at Doche, everybody calls him Flash or DJ Flash.
Right.
And I'll be like, Guy,
Yeah.
Guy, like I'm chasing him with the loud music going, Guy, you heard
Uh-huh.
me calling you. But if I say Flash,
Uh-huh.
his head to turn 360. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't answer me if we're and when we're home, it's Guy. It's
Gotcha.
always Guy. You know,
Gotcha.
I don't call him Flash. Everyone
Gotcha.
else calls him Flash or DJ Flash. And they'd be like, who is Guy? I'd be like, my husband. That's my husband. They
Who
call him
that?
by his name. You know, I
Uh-huh.
just can't, I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
something country about
I
me. I
got
just
you.
can't get with the calling him Flash. And he's Guy to me. He's my husband, Guy Thomas.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah, so I just everyone else does it.
Now, I want to start getting into, I want to talk about the role of women in the community. And many times it's not acknowledged
Oh
or
boy.
seen in this, male dominated business. And
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
it harder for women to break through in house music than men? And especially to do what they want to do. What's your thoughts on that?
I really feel that for like a lot of the house music festivals,
Mm-hmm.
I feel I think it should be at least one or two women on the house music festivals. When I'm saying like you know, when they have the big ones, I
Mm-hmm.
feel that more women should be invited out to play and
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. We don't see that often. You see like a whole dominantly
Mm-hmm.
male lineup. And there's some house music women that could play their ass off.
Oh yes.
Burn some of these
Oh
men up.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I really think that they should definitely be given the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
The women have to come together though. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
And do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think more women should do their own thing in the house
Mm.
music community.
Yeah.
Outside of like the big house music events, they should have their own festivals. They should come get out and get their own festivals. Then we don't have to complain about the men not inviting us out or to play, or the women that's doing some really good big things. I think let's get together. People that I'm not a DJ.
Uh-huh.
I kind of laid back from that.
Mm-hmm.
Flash teach me. That's why I don't talk about it anymore, because I'm like, I don't want to burn myself out.
Gotcha.
I'll let him do the DJ thing. I'm good with what I'm doing, and we're growing. So maybe in the near future, but right now I left that alone. I left that DJ stuff alone.
I want to jump in for a minute because you just said something that, honest to goodness, it never occurred to me. And I'm gonna tell you what it is. All right. Okay. So, hey, yeah. Why don't remember? Well, of course, you heard of FUBU, for us, by us.
Right.
I never. It never occurred to me that absolutely women should take the position. Because you know what? I got to tell you. So, as you know, it's very, very hard to break into different circles and to get on these lists. And it's not necessarily whether or not you have the goods, it's whether or not somebody wants to put you on. Now, my attitude has always been, if you're spending your money, your time, your energy, you put on who you want to put on. And if you want to do something, then you know what? Nobody's stopping you as an individual from doing your own thing. And it never occurred to me till you just said it just now that you know what? One of the ways ladies can get on, and I'm not saying ladies are complaining,
right.
but one of the ways ladies can get on is if ladies put on events.
Put on your own event. Do your own house music event. And Guy and I have been, DJ Flash and I have been talking about doing our own event. In Elizabeth. It's not in stone, but that's something that we want to do out here in Elizabeth. Is put our own event on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It could be done. It's we know a lot of people. It can be done. So, it's just like don't wait for everybody to put you on. Do something somewhere where you can succeed and become big and better. We don't have to wait on others.
Right.
And that's where we're at. With it. So you don't have to wait on others.
So what do you? Okay, so you've broken through. Now, how did you break through, and what do women have to do to get the love that men do in the house music community? Now, you kind of said, hey, listen, do your own events. Any other thoughts, and how you broke through versus like so many people might even be in the audience saying, oh, yeah, of course she could because she has this or she did that or whatever. I mean, so talk to us,
Well,
and
I'm going to say this. Being Flash's wife, he's very creative with our nights, and we just don't. Being House Music Wednesday, we do a lot of giving back and helping our community. So that's where Guy smart-minded self created a lot of things where we do toy drives, we've fundraisers for people. We've done a thing where we donated women products, hygiene products. We're now affiliated with the Boys and Girls Club of Union County and Elizabeth, here in Elizabeth. My husband is the advisor, and he brought me along just recently to start doing things with them. As a matter of fact, we have an event on Thursday. at
Mm.
the Hill Caterers.
Okay.
We're gonna be DJ Flash is gonna be playing
Mhm.
the DJ for that night. This is this Thursday.
Mhm.
We're gonna be at the Boys and Girls Club doing
Mm.
it with them.
Mhm.
Also,
Mm.
just to break through, like just if people gave back to their communities
Mhm.
and not make DJing all about them and do other things with their brand, you know, other than just house music. If they're into it like that, um,
Mhm.
you will be recognized. You will get
Mhm.
the attention of others. Your city, do
Mhm.
stuff for the city. It's not
Right.
always about your community. It's not
Mhm.
always about I don't know. We're different. I just say
Okay.
that we're just
Huh?
different. It's not always about
Mhm.
you or you being a DJ and what you're gonna play that night. Sometimes
Mhm.
stop and show some love and care about your community.
Mhm.
We had a what was that? One of my girlfriend's son passed away, and I
Oh,
grew up
wow.
with her. We were little children. So Guy did what is that? A repast at Doche
Mhm.
for her. Um,
Okay.
we've done numerous things at
Mhm.
Doche for and Felicia lets Guy do whatever he needs to do at Doche
Mhm.
to make us
Mhm.
have a good night. So
Mhm.
like Mocha passed. We went
Mhm.
out, got a banner. We went to the wake. We invited her family members out, and um, we got a big poster blown up and gave it to her. It was like a memorial night for her.
Mhm.
It's just a lot that we do. Like you have
Right.
to. I don't know. Some people just it's just all about them, but we don't do things um, just for us. And as
Right.
I said, when people come through the door at Doche, we make them feel loved and special. That's
Mhm.
all. Let me get
Okay.
a picture, hey, and recreate memories as well.
Mhm.
Every time when someone posts like a birthday celebration or birthday picture to post on it, it's always has Doche pictures behind it. It's so funny. I'll be like, oh, they know they
Mhm.
steal my pictures. I love it though. I love it because
Uh-huh.
I'm creating memories down
Right.
the line. You know what I'm saying? I'm creating
Right.
memories. So I love
Right.
it. I've always loved taking pictures for one. When I lost my dad. I
Mhm.
lost my dad years ago, and I might have two pictures of him. And
Mhm.
and then when I lost my sister to breast cancer,
Mhm.
I didn't have a lot of pictures. So, you know, and I said, you know what, when I'm gonna take pictures. When I'm out, when people want to come up to me and give me a hug or when and I know them, I'm gonna just start taking pictures to create
Mhm.
memories. You create memories. And then I
Right.
see other people doing it as well. So
Mhm.
um I love people. As long as they love me, I love them.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
Now, um, along the way, before we talk about and go hard with Dolce, along the way, you've learned some lessons. What would you say are the most important lessons you've learned along the way?
Stay away from drama.
Gotcha.
Okay. Don't
Mm.
get involved with he say, she say.
Mm.
I've never been the type of person where if someone told me something in confidence,
Mm.
I talk about it to other people. I've
Mhm.
always mind my business. That's why I don't stay in no drama. I'm not doing
Mhm.
it.
Gotcha.
If someone starts talking about someone else or their event or saying something negative, I move away from it.
Mhm.
I don't do drama. And if
Gotcha.
I can smell bad energy a mile away before it
Okay.
even gets to me.
Mhm.
And I tell Flash like, yo, you too trusting. Yo, be clear. Some people have they don't have your best interests, you know. So
Mhm.
I have to tell him that like, yo, don't jump out at everything because some people don't have your best interests. It's only
Mhm.
about them getting what they can get. So I
Right.
have
Right.
to,
Right.
and I tell my daughter that as well. Like I had my share of being burnt from people. So
Mm-hmm.
I just, you know, I don't, I don't, I just, I want to just say I'm not that, I don't trust, I want to say, until you show me different. I'll try to trust you until you show me different.
Got you. Got you.
And, you know,
Mhm.
especially like I do things for myself. I don't
Right.
want, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anybody burning me. If I need something done, I'm gonna get it done. You know?
Got you. Got you. Got you. Now, let's talk about Dolce. I want to spend some time on this with you because you guys have, well, first of all, um, hot nights, clubs, events
Mm-hmm.
come and go.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, maybe a couple of months, maybe. Also, too, but to go on for 4 years and week after week, yeah, I mean, like some people can do an annual event and that's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
But to keep people coming back week after week after week after week with no let up in sight is amazing. So I'm going to ask this in a two-part way. You know, why is this success? And I know you kind of hinted on it before and said it before. And who is your audience and why they come back every week after week after week? And,
Well,
who are these people? Huh?
well, and the people change every week, believe it or not.
Gotcha.
And first of all, you want to make a person like say like the birthday parties.
Mm-hmm.
Birthday parties. So this one I have a birthday party, and they said, "Oh my God, we had so much fun." DJ
Mm-hmm.
Flash's birthday, he played good music. His wife was so nice. She took pictures. She made me her Facebook friends. Posted me, have your birthday with us,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, a good experience. It just keeps rolling.
Yeah.
It keeps rolling. It stays with you. You know, I'm gonna go out to Dolce because they're
Mm.
gonna treat you, you know, and I'm hearing that a lot of the owners are raising the price on drinks and food and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, the owners want to make money too.
Right. Then the money making business. Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
what we do before people get inside, Diane White, she's like our helper. She helps us a lot. She'll come in and she'll start putting all the flyers for the food and for the drink specials on the tables. And then what I do is I'll come up, once they come in the back, before they can even get to the back, if I'm standing by the bar, I'll just greet them. And I say, "Hi, this your first time?" And, you know, welcome. And then I'll start taking their pictures. I want to take a picture where you guys get comfortable or something like that. Make sure food,
Right.
our food and drinks out. So, and that's what they do. You know, you just make a person feel comfortable.
Right. Right.
And I should be feel comfortable and welcome. And I shouldn't be giving out my secrets, but and everybody's not charming though. You can tell when something is something feels fake and then something feels really warm and welcome. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't host. Everybody can't make a person feel warm and special. Everybody is not built like that. A lot of times you go out, people ain't got time to be chit chatting and being nice to you. They just what they want to do, you know?
Right.
So that's basically where I'm at with it.
Well, let me just share another thought with you. You know, it takes time to make this happen. It's not like you came there one night and oh my goodness, thank God you're here.
Listen, I bring my clogs.
Okay.
I bring my clogs, baby. It does take time. Walking around and greeting people and making sure they're comfortable and making them feel welcome. I have to put on some flats and walk around all night. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and again, these like little things, but you know, the funny part about it is that maybe people will hear that and never do it, and they just won't do it, and they don't realize that
it takes a while and it takes a lot to make that happen. Um, talk, take us like when I walk in, I'm the first time. Take us from the beginning of the night, to the end of the night at Dolce, and you and you also do other types of events, and you do other things. So, for example, I've known. I mean, so I've worked on most of the nights that you have events. So, but I still watch the videos. I still believe in you guys. I share the stuff because I really think you're putting that good stuff in. And but one of the things that I've seen that is not, let's say we're to come in, dance, have a good time, get a few drinks. But you mentioned when Mocha passed, you also too have done book signings. You've done like it's not just we come in here and dance and have a good time, and that's good and everything. But it's almost like community service too. I mean, would you say that? Because and I remember having an extended conversation with Guy a while back, and he pointed that out to me. And just, so like, let's say I come in for the first time, take me on the experience and, other types of things that you do indoors, outdoors. And because it's not just, it's not just you come in, you dance and that's it. So talk to us about the Dolce experience. Put it that way.
The Dolce experience, you get there, you get some love. Hey, as soon as you come in, we loving on each other. We have our opening DJ Larry Love. He's already there when we get in the door most days, already set up, ready for us to go at 5:00. And then, like I said, Diana get there early. She'll start setting out the cues for everybody to make sure everybody orders. And then we'll have some music. And it's kind of quiet until about 6:30. Then it starts trickling in. People start coming in. And then we'll, next time we look, about 7:30, it starts filling up, and then Flash does the birthdays around 8:00 night. So then you see this whole big crowd. I'm like, where did everybody come from? What? I'm sitting there like, and then I get up to go take more pictures, and it's like 100 people. I'm like, oh my God. And, it's just awesome. And then they know, I guess everybody knows, get there before 8:00 because they're gonna do the birthday. Birthday dance. It's the birthday dance. And I think it's Doughboy's birthday song that we play every birthday. And they love it. They live for that. And they feel special. We make them feel special. We're taping it, and everybody's around them with their cameras out. It's so much fun. Like, people love this. I mean, from 20-year-olds to 60, 70-year-old people will come out and enjoy the night with us. It's like all different crowds, all different ages, I should say. Gotcha. They come out and they love it. They like to enjoy themselves. They feel special. We make them feel special. People don't get it. It's not about you just being a DJ. People want to come to the establishment and feel special. That's all. Listen to some good music, have a good drink, some food. Even if you don't drink, get a bottle of water, buy some wings, relax. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's bothering you. Nobody's harming you or bumping into you, acting silly or childish. We don't even tolerate that. First of all, we'll have security escort them out if they do nonsense like that. Like, we have security on site. It's just like a whole good night. And you know what? I look forward to Wednesday. I really do. When I leave out of Dolce on Wednesday, I don't care how tired I am. I'll be like, babe, we had a good night. And then got in the car and we driving and laughing and talking about everyone that came out and the people that support us. We love our Elizabeth family. They come out and support us. And I love it. I love it.
Well, my real name is Young Dan, all right?
Anyway, you know, the 26-year-old. I said something funny. Anyway, and you know, and the reason I bring that up is because you mentioned that you have people with different age ranges, and and if I'm younger or older, will still
Still gonna
follow you.
enjoy yourself. You're gonna still fit right in with the
Mhm,
crowd. We
mhm,
love on everybody. We don't care if you walk with a cane. We have people coming with canes. We
mhm,
love the handicap. We
mhm,
love the gays. We love all different nationality. We don't discriminate on anyone. We don't judge.
mhm,
We come in. We have people come in a wheelchair, you know,
mhm.
and
Gotcha.
study with us. They'll come and they'll sit in their wheelchairs and enjoy the night. We don't discriminate and come in and you have a good time.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, what can we look forward to that you can share going forward? I know you mentioned your party, Slash's party, anything else that you can share because you've also done some different nights and but you've done a lot of different things. Um, it's not just the DJ experience, but you got a lot of stuff going. What can we expect going forward that you could share? Uh,
Going forward, we have some good events coming up.
mhm.
But first, I want to talk about DJ Larry Love.
Got you. Uh-huh.
Talk about our opening DJ. He is a vet as well.
Okay.
Um, Larry is really good. He plays all genre of music,
Mhm.
and music that's gonna make you dance. Music that you haven't heard in a long time.
Mm.
But then I'll be taping him. Oh my God, Larry, you ripping it! And DJ Flash, my husband DJ Flash, he does a lot of different events on the outside as well for let me just say the community as well.
Mhm.
He does a lot
Mhm.
of different things. We have some things coming up. I can't even think. My mind just went. I was going to talk about that. Could you?
Uh-huh.
All right. So we have a lot of different things coming up. We have the Women's Month is our
Mhm.
celebration is on March the 12th. So we
Okay.
have that coming up.
Mhm.
Um, where we're going to be honoring 6 women, and we got 2 DJs, DJ Nubian and
Okay.
DJ Storm. They my
Okay. All
DJ.
right.
Gonna the women event is gonna be really
All
nice.
right. You didn't slip yet. Go ahead now.
Um, we have our Sunday brunch that has grown so big now.
Mhm.
The food is so delicious. We're gonna be doing that now every Sunday. We're
Okay.
doing Sunday brunch every Sunday at Doche. We have teamed up with STC Events.
Mhm.
We have Letitia, I'm sorry,
Mhm.
Thornton
Mhm.
of Sweet Teas and STC Events. She's our cook and provides the food, and Flash does the music. This
Mhm.
week we're gonna have karaoke, and
Mm.
we have a host, a radio personality. I forget her name. She's gonna be there again. It was such a success last week. It was awesome.
Mhm.
Great turnout. So we're gonna be doing that every Sunday at Doche. Doors open at 12 noon,
Mhm.
and we stop serving the Sunday brunch food at 6. It's buffet style as well.
Got you.
I
Got you.
mean, it's really good and it's worth every penny.
Mhm.
Um, we also have teamed up with Tina Graham
Okay. Okay.
for
All
comedy.
right. Yes, comedy.
Um,
Yeah.
so we started doing comedy at Doche. We teamed
Mhm.
up with Tina Graham, as I said. We're going to be doing that once a month. Our
Mhm.
next one is, I believe, March the 13th, the day after our Women's Day event.
Mhm.
So we're doing another comedy show.
Mhm.
Bring your loved ones or come out and have fun and eat with us.
Mhm.
It was awesome last month, and this month coming, March 13th, we're gonna have one again. with her. So we've been teaming up with different people to come out at Doche. And also we have our Friday classic night.
Okay.
DJ Flash and DJ Mozart. He's a resident DJ as well at Doche. They play some good, classics. I think I'm not sure when one is scheduled next, but we've been doing that as well. And soon we're going to be moving the Friday classic night to the patio when it gets a little warmer.
Okay, now. Woo! That's some serious programming.
Yeah. We be on, and then we do DJ Flash is gonna be doing this Saturday at Touch Lounge.
Okay.
It's March the 8th, next Saturday. Yes, March the 8th. I'm sorry. Next Saturday, March 8th, we're gonna be at Touch Lounge alongside with DJ Steve Davis, and DJ Soulful Messiah. They're gonna be playing with Flash at Quad's Place, Touch Lounge.
Wow, this is all right.
So that's gonna be I'm trying to think of anything else, recent stuff.
Yeah, give us the birthday dates.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, DJ Flash's birthday party at Doche. It's gonna be on a Wednesday. It's gonna be free to the public. He has Eric Clark.
Okay.
Eric Clark is gonna be one of the DJs, and DJ Doughboy. Everybody loved Doughboy last year, so Flash chose him again for this year. And we have Kenny Bobian is gonna be performing at Doche. Flash's party on April 16th. Now, this year mine is on is that Wednesday the 22nd of May? I still have not gotten stuff, and Flash is gonna be mad as well because I haven't even really. Well, I started choosing some DJs, but they're not responding back. So I'm going to get a whole nother lineup. I'm going to have 2 DJs come out as well. And I'll be celebrating the milestone, my 55th birthday.
Okay. All right.
And, I have to also get who I want to come out and sing. And perform.
Okay.
I have to put that all together, and I know he's gonna be mad when I close this. He's gonna be like, "You're not working on it yet. What's going on?" It's always here. So that's what we have lined up so far. We have some more special things coming up, and I heard you say community service. Like we act as we do things for community service, but for those that don't know, Flash and I recently won the NAACP award.
Oh wow, that's special.
February the 8th, we were invited out to the Elizabeth Branch NAACP award, and they honored us as well. And this is big. This is big. How many people could say that they've been honored, or DJ could say that they've been honored by the NAACP in their community? So we got the Community Service Award. They honored us, and also we were honored at the Hoodie Award last year for the service that we do in our area. So.
Oh wow! Well, I know.
And we was named by the state.
Okay.
As the best house music party of the state.
Okay.
We got that.
Well, I will tell you right now, if you need any singing, me. Anyway. Now we're getting down to the wire here. You're also doing a very successful podcast. Tell us about that. How and why did that come about, and what are some of the topics, and what comes out?
Once again, DJ Flash just was like, I want to do a podcast.
Okay.
Like, podcast? Podcast? We so busy now. So he's like, we're going to do it. We're going to do it one day when we don't have a lot to do. And you don't have to go into the office. So we're going to do it on a Monday.
Okay.
And it's it's been mind blowing. Like people have been hitting on it, and like I'll get to work the next day because I go in the office on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. They be like, "Oh my God, your podcast! I love it." See, I'm a punk speaker. Like I'm very shy, and I don't talk much and write much. Guy does all of that. He's wonderful doing that. So it was his idea to have a podcast, and we had another couple that was at Doche with us do it at first at Doche. And then they were talking about moving away. So Guy was like, you know what? We're gonna just do it at home. And he comes out, he was like, did you got any topics for the podcast? I was like, babe, it's always me, babe. I'm not gonna lie. I just can't do it. I gotta pay bills, I gotta do this. I just don't have time. So he started the podcast. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, it's been very, very successful. How about some of the topics, and also too, I mean, why did you decide to do it? I know, granted, it was his idea, but what made you say, you know what, we need to do a podcast, and here's the message I want to get out, or I just want to riff, I just want to share my. I mean, what was the driving force behind it?
Well, we have a weekly event, and Guy wanted to talk about our weekly events and shout out birthday people and talk about today's events and the stuff that's going on with these politics and our so-called president. And he wanted to talk about stuff and get things across to people. I mean, not just about house music, but just in today's world, things that's going on with people, people's mental state, people going through finances, can't hardly live, and he wanted to talk about good stuff like that. And so we combine all of those things, and we talk about it on our Monday nights. We talk about, jobs and financial information, how people can, save financially and get their self together, how relationship topics we talk about, all kinds of stuff, events that's in the news. So we want people, some people don't watch news, some people don't have time to do things. So if they peek in on us, they'll hear us talking about different topics and things that's going on in today's world.
Speaking of that, before I started doing Soulful House Nation, I did for, I don't know, I think 6, 7, 8 years, I did this show called Follow My Beat. And the whole purpose of that was, I used to call it, I was current events with a twist. And I had politicians on, I had HIV survivors, I just had like a whole bunch of different topics and stuff. And so I got away from that when I started doing Soulful House Nation. But there was always this community service thing with me. So as a result, I do volunteer work with Rotary. I do volunteer work with my local chamber. And then, I did a few interviews, and it's called Soulful House Nation, Our Community. Because one of the things I realized is that, we dance, we have a good time, and stuff like that, but we got other stuff going on in our lives. So on Sunday, I'm going to record with this lady, Imani. And Imani is health and fitness, and she does classes and all kinds of stuff like that. So we're going to call this, now I know, with me, I'm not really old enough to be in this category because, young Dan. And anyway, but it's going to be, it's going to be around health for people over 50.
Right.
And so we're going to do things. And, if you think about it, in our community, 50 plus, hey, things start to happen to you. Like all of a sudden you can't eat what you used to eat and not be okay. Hey, maybe you can't drink what you used to drink and be okay. Maybe you're a step slower. And like if you look in our community in general, diabetes, is a big thing.
I am a diabetic.
Okay, hey, relate. But then, then people now I've never had high blood pressure, for high blood pressure. So I'm thinking that, I did it a few times in the past, Soul House Nation, our community. But I think what I want to do with it, and I'm going to start off with her again, is just talk about that aspect of things, because again, we got more going on than just the music. What brings us together is the music and our love of the music.
Mhm.
But when we leave there, we still have life. So I'm glad you said that. And like I say, this Sunday, I'm going to record it with her. We'll probably run it within the next 2 weeks. And then, I have people, so here's just a few things here. So for example, because I do volunteer work with Rotary, I have a vast network of connections. But too, when you get 50 plus, hey, there's health things. But then you mentioned finances. Now like you have estate situations where people have to settle estates. I just closed the trade. I don't know, but I'm in the real estate business. That's quote unquote my other business. But I just closed the transaction, and the husband passed away, and a big part of it was that we had to get the paperwork straight from doing that. And I had another situation where and right now the situation where the aunt passed away, and the guy's been living in the house for the last, I don't know, 8 or 10 years. He's been her caregiver, etc.
Right.
And now she passed away, but she never had any paperwork saying that he was going to be a beneficiary. He was going to inherit the house, whatever.
See?
Yeah.
Well.
So, and what happened is that now the daughter, who really has no connection with the mother, well, there's an old saying, when there's a will,
Yep.
there's a relative.
That's
And all of a sudden, she came out of the blue, and now she wants to take the house. She wants to sell the house. Well, like I say, so in our community, we have more things going on behind than just the music. So I'm just so happy you said that, because we got a lot going on, and sometimes we got these kids that we would like to strangle.
And
I don't just go on and on and on. So I just, I'm happy you guys are doing this podcast, and you really are talking about things
that matters.
Exactly.
Get
So
some
anyway,
life insurance.
Uh-huh.
Get car insurance. Have insurance on things that matter, things that you need. You have to have all of this stuff. People don't know until something happened. Then you doing a fund me because you don't have life insurance. You don't have the things that you need so that you're not a burden on your family.
Right.
And finances, having finances straight in order.
Right.
Things happen because we don't know what Trump gonna do in the near future. So.
Well, I'm gonna. Well, everybody that I've had a conversation with, I'm gonna share this. So I'm sharing it publicly. So and as we we kind of wind down. But I've said to, like, I don't want to be a burden, but I got to tell you what. I'm like, listen, do not pull the plug on me. And if somebody says, Dan said, let him go, investigate it. That's a homicide. All right. So
I don't want the plug on me either.
I'm letting everybody know. Everybody know. Anyway, I just figured
I could work miracles and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So as we come in for a soft landing, do you have any final thoughts that you would like to share?
No, I don't know. I don't have anything more to say, but I'm just grateful for being where I am today and being with who I am with today, and learning to love myself and don't accept anything less from anyone else.
Fantastic. Now, if you want people to reach you, follow you, support you, how do they do it?
You can send me a friend request at Shiwanda Faye Thomas on Facebook.
Okay.
And on Instagram it's lightred48 on Instagram. Okay. And you're welcome to email me as well. And that's at ebb1234567 at gmail.com.
Okay. Now that's all right. All right. Listen, it's been a joy and a pleasure having a conversation with you. and just, it kicked off our Women's History Month. I mean, making history. Huh?
I love you, Dan.
Oh, yeah. Listen, you've been putting that work in for a long time.
Thank you.
And I really, really appreciate you and what you guys are doing.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
And I'm going to publicly say too, in terms of Guy, I've called him up and I've asked his opinion on something, especially too with, this idea, because, I'm in Patterson, and Patterson really, our house media community really goes to Essex County, Union County, like that. And, I've spoken with him before about how to get something going in this area, and he's shared generously.
And that's what my husband does. He doesn't, he shares with everybody. Whatever he can share, whatever he can inform you to get it right, he's gonna share. He's not a hater, he's a loving person. I've heard all types of stories about my husband saying that he's difficult, he's hard to deal with. No, he's a businessman. He knows how to, he's definitely a businessman, and he's not a pushover. And he's gonna do what he has to do to keep things, right.
Well, listen, I appreciate him. I appreciate you. And I just want to say thanks again for coming out and sharing.
Thank you so much. I'm honored. Thank you.
All right, folks. Well, listen, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out and hanging out. My name is DJ Dan, Sofa House Nation. I'm coming to you live from the 8th floor. I am the unusual suspect. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Thank you. Good night.
This is Killer Green Beat, a dominating on the remix. It's called Tempest.
Time. What is time? Time is more important than money. Time is an illusion. Most men wonder what time is. Time